Today I address a matter of profound gravity: the catastrophic consequences of a potential atomic war between India and Pakistan. I stand firm in India's unwavering commitment to peace, progress, and global harmony. Yet we cannot ignore the reckless aggression of Pakistan, a nation whose dangerous nuclear posturing and support for terrorism threaten not just India but the entire world. In this video, I will lay bare the devastating impacts of such a conflict, affirm India's moral and strategic superiority, and condemn Pakistan's belligerence, which pushes humanity toward the brink of disaster. The horrors of an atomic war are unimaginable. Both India and Pakistan possess nuclear arsenals, with India holding around 160 warheads and Pakistan claiming roughly 170. A single nuclear strike on a city like Delhi or Mumbai could kill millions in an instant. Imagine a 100-kiloton bomb detonating over Mumbai, 2 to 3 million lives extinguished in seconds, with millions more injured, hospitals overwhelmed, and entire neighborhoods reduced to ash. Pakistan cities, like Karachi or Lahore, would face equal devastation if India retaliated, as we would, given our robust second strike capability, despite our no first-use policy. Beyond the immediate carnage, radioactive fallout would poison air, water, and soil, rendering vast regions uninhabitable. India's fertile Indo-Gangetic Plain, our agricultural heartland, could become a wasteland, triggering famine. Pakistan, with its smaller landmass and denser population, would suffer even more, its Punjab farmlands barren. The global consequences would be equally dire. Scientists warn that an India-Pakistan nuclear exchange could inject millions of tons of soot into the atmosphere, cooling the planet by 1 to 2 degrees C for a decade, disrupting monsoons and causing crop failures that could starve billions. India's resilient agricultural systems might recover, but Pakistan's fragile economy would collapse entirely, plunging its people into chaos. Pakistan's reckless behavior is the root cause of this looming catastrophe. Unlike India, which has always championed peace, Pakistan's military openly threatens nuclear first strikes, even in conventional conflicts. Their so-called tactical nuclear weapons, like the Nazar missile, are designed to escalate tensions rapidly, showing a dangerous willingness to gamble with millions of lives. Worse, Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism, through groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, responsible for atrocities like the 26/11 Mumbai attacks and the Pulwama bombing, has repeatedly provoked India. These terrorists operate freely from Pakistani soil, shielded by its military. This is not the conduct of a responsible nuclear power. Pakistani leaders, from former PM Imran Khan to military generals, further inflame tensions with provocative rhetoric, threatening nuclear war over Kashmir, a region that is legally and morally part of India. Such blackmail is not just irresponsible, it's a deliberate attempt to hold the world hostage. Contrast this with India's restraint. Despite Pakistan's provocations, we have never threatened nuclear escalation. Our surgical strikes in 2016 and Balakot airstrikes in 2019 were precise, conventional responses to terrorism, demonstrating our commitment to peace while fiercely defending our sovereignty. India's moral and strategic superiority is undeniable. Our nuclear doctrine, based on no first use and credible minimum deterrence, reflects our dedication to global disarmament. We have aligned with frameworks like the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty in spirit, while Pakistan refuses to do so. Our military, with 1.4 million active personnel, advanced systems like the Agni-V missile, and a nuclear triad of land, air, and sea-based delivery, ensures that any Pakistani misadventure would be met with overwhelming retaliation. Submarines like INS Arihant guarantee our second strike capability, making Pakistan's destruction certain if it dares to strike first. Globally, India enjoys the support of major powers like the US, France, and Japan, who recognize our responsible stewardship of nuclear weapons. Pakistan, isolated except for its transactional ties with China, faces condemnation for its reckless behavior. At home, India's diverse democratic society has weathered crises before, from wars to economic challenges. Our unity and scientific prowess would help us recover from a nuclear conflict, however devastating. Pakistan's fractured society, plagued by sectarian violence and military dominance, would crumble under such pressure. Pakistan's obsession with harming India has blinded it to the consequences of its actions. An atomic war would disproportionately devastate Pakistan. Its smaller size, 796,000 square kilometers compared to India's 3.3 million, makes it far more vulnerable to nuclear strikes. Cities like Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad are within easy reach of India's missiles, and Pakistan lacks the geographic depth to absorb such blows. Its economy, already dependent on IMF bailouts, would collapse entirely, leaving its people in unimaginable poverty. Internal chaos fueled by Pakistan's history of military coups, ethnic tensions, and religious extremism would erupt, leading to anarchy. India, with its $3.5 trillion economy, diversified industries, and global trade ties, would rebuild faster, despite setbacks. Pakistan's self-destructive path, bleeding India through 1,000 cuts, risks not just our wrath, but its own annihilation. India does not want war. We are a nation of 1.4 billion, striving for progress, innovation, and global leadership. But we will not bow to Pakistan's bullying. The world must hold Pakistan accountable. Stricter sanctions on its military and nuclear program are essential to curb its recklessness. The Financial Action Task Force should intensify scrutiny of Pakistan's terror financing. Diplomatically, nations must isolate Pakistan until it dismantles its terror infrastructure and adopts a no-first-use policy, aligning with civilized nations like India. Meanwhile, the global community should support India's rise as a counterbalance to rogue states. Our leadership in forums like the UN and G20 proves we are a force for good. In conclusion, an atomic war between India and Pakistan would be a tragedy of unimaginable scale, but the blame lies squarely with Pakistan's aggression, terrorism, and nuclear brinkmanship. India stands as a beacon of peace, strength, and resilience, ready to defend itself while advocating for a better world. Pakistan must abandon its dangerous path, or it risks annihilation. As proud Indians, let us continue building a nation that shines as a global leader, unshaken by the provocations of a failing state. The choice is Pakistan's, peace or peril. India will always choose peace, but we are prepared for any challenge. Thank you.